I stumbled across health and fitness when I was 12 years old, and if I hadn't, I wouldn't be here today. It has been the backbone of my life. It has been the pillar of strength and always will be.
There are celebrity impressions, and then there are impressions so accurate they feel illegal. And trust me, the last impression completely broke Hollywood. No one, and I mean no one, has been impersonated quite like Sylvester Stallone. That voice, that growl, that half-mumbled wisdom, that Rocky swagger. It's so iconic, entire careers have been built around copying it.
So, the daughters are here.
Yeah.
And they're doing a reality show.
I saw the podcast.
No, you did.
I did.
You're more tech savvy than I am. You actually saw it?
Yeah, I know. Well, I can text.
A comedian launched into Stallone talking about having one of those terrible days, but in full Rocky voice. Suddenly, every sentence sounded like a boxing monologue. Even complaining became cinematic. And that's what makes Stallone impressions so funny. Anything sounds dramatic in that voice. Ordering breakfast? Epic. Asking directions? Legendary. Complaining about traffic? Oscar-worthy. And that brings us to one impression people still quote today. Someone did Sylvester Stallone as Hamlet. Yes, Rocky doing Shakespeare. To be, or not to be, became. To be, or what?
Special day out. Sometimes I walk them around down by the beach. They always look at the dogs, and the dogs look at them.
No,
kind
you
of
don't.
like, yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah.
What happens when they drop a steamer here?
So what? They just clean it up. I'm not worried about it.
One performer nailed Stallone's voice so perfectly, people forgot it wasn't actually him. The mouth, the pauses, the broken up words, even the way Stallone sounds like he's chewing dialogue before saying it. All there. It wasn't an impression. It was possession. And then, Jason Statham told a story that somehow sounds like a Stallone parody, but actually happened. While filming The Expendables 3, Jason's truck lost brakes and plunged into the Black Sea. Real danger, real panic. He finally surfaces, expecting chaos. And who does he see? Sylvester Stallone, standing calmly on the dock, filming it on his iPhone. Of course he was. That's the most Stallone thing ever. Your co-star nearly dies.
Arnold. My God, what a relationship we've had.
Let me show you around a little bit.
I came into California for the weekend. And while I'm still going back and forth, Tulsa King for months. So it's great to be back and then catch up a little bit.
This is the famous Conan sword.
This is it?
Yeah, this is it. It's 11 pounds.
Lower voice, more mumbling, more more jaw tension. It became a war. And somehow, every version was hilarious. One actor said the secret to doing Stallone is simple. Talk like there's food in your mouth. And weirdly, he was right. Because somehow, that's exactly it. Then Stallone's own daughter entered the game and completely stole the show. Her impression? Not Rocky in the ring, not Rambo, just Sylvester ordering breakfast, and it was unbelievable. Demanding pancakes, scrambled eggs, protein shakes, all with full Stallone intensity. Like breakfast was life or death. And honestly, it may have been the most accurate impression of all. Because apparently the real Stallone sounds exactly like that before coffee. But comedy legends took things even further.
Yes! I'll be done by the time you get the head off. Rip your freezer. There's a reason I play Rambo. I'm sloppy. This is the way I write a screenplay. Just go for it.
No.
I think that's like my mouth.
Travolta vibing. It was absolute madness. But somehow, Stallone's voice dominated, because no matter how many icons you add, Rocky steals the scene. Always. Then there's Frank Stallone, Sylvester's own brother, who can mock Sly in ways nobody else can. Because when your brother is a global superstar, you know every little vocal quirk. And hearing Frank imitate Sylvester, while telling stories about him, feels like an impression inside an impression. Metacomedy before metacomedy existed. And then came Mel Gibson, who hilariously broke down old-school action heroes.
I think she's fantastic. She's an amazing woman. I tell her that every day.
does.
I don't know how she holds it together. She's just amazing.
Taking playful shots at those ultra-macho Stallone one-liners. You're the disease, I'm the cure. And honestly, he kind of had a point. Those lines are so over the top, they practically impersonate themselves. But maybe the funniest twist in all this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because for years, Arnold and Stallone were rivals, Titan versus Titan. But now, they carve pumpkins together. And somehow even that led to impressions. Because apparently imagining Arnold asking, "You want to carve a pumpkin?" already sounds like a sketch, action legends becoming old friends. Nobody predicted that. But impressions got even crazier when people started doing Rocky scenes as full dramatic performances.
But he's actually like a really softy at
He's
heart.
nice. Look, we've brought boys home to introduce it. I mean, we get nervous more than the guys do. Actually, no, they're freaking out.
And one comedian's Mickey impression might be the greatest ever. You're gonna eat lightning, you're gonna crap thunder. The crowd lost it. Because suddenly you weren't watching a comedy bit, you were inside Rocky. Then, Tommy Davidson came in.
Sylvester Stallone, Creed.
And the Golden Globe goes to Sylvester Stallone.
My house stinks. In that voice, you can't unhear it. Ever. He even joked Stallone is basically Rocky in every film. Cliffhanger? Rocky on a mountain. Rambo? Rocky with weapons. Judge Dredd? Rocky in a helmet. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. But somehow, that makes us love Stallone even more. Because no one wants him to be anyone else. He is the character. Always. And then, Denzel Washington told one of the wildest Stallone stories ever.
Please, thank you. I'm gonna try not to get emotional because I am the some.
Sylvester Stallone is pacing outside, trying to peek in, like Rocky outside the gates, wanting to meet Mandela. Tell me that doesn't sound like a movie. Even Denzel couldn't stop laughing, because only Stallone could accidentally become a Stallone impression. That's how legendary he is. Even real life turns into parody. And maybe that's why these impressions work. Because Stallone is already larger than life. His voice is a caricature. His mannerisms are exaggerated. His presence is mythic. He doesn't need parody. He naturally lives in it. And the craziest part? Stallone himself usually loves these impressions.
A different situation. And the view is so beautiful now. I want to thank my wife and my children, Sophia, Scarlett. It's his team because actually having your love is the greatest award in the world, every day.
From Shakespeare Rocky, to Breakfast Rocky, to Pumpkin Carving Rocky, to Neighbors Hopping Fences Rocky. These impressions don't just mock a legend, they celebrate one. Because let's be honest, the second someone says, "Yo," in that voice, everybody smiles. Everybody recognizes it. Everybody joins in. That's cultural immortality. And these impressions prove it. Some are hilarious, some are genius, some are disturbingly accurate. But all of them show one thing. Nobody does iconic quite like Sylvester Stallone. And honestly, some of these impressions are so insane, even Rocky might ask, "Yo, if you laughed at these insane Stallone impressions, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss more wild celebrity moments like this." And tell me in the comments, who had the best Stallone impression? Was it the comedians, the actors, or Stallone's daughter ordering breakfast? And stick around, because the next celebrity impressions might be even crazier.